Now to a jump start on all of those long-term goals that may be languishing in these dog days this summer. The CEO of one of the world's leading personal finance platforms for women has some key tips to getting out of your comfort zone in her new book with the big title, Choosing to Prosper, triumphing over adversity, breaking out of comfort zones, achieving your life and money dreams. Four-time best-selling author Bola Sokunbi is with us now. Thank you so much and welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Wow, we're so happy to have you. We were just all talking about how beautiful that dress is. So lovely to have you here in studio. You talk about the three biggest mistakes that people make when they're trying to reach their goals. And they don't align with core values, they pursue too many goals at once, and they don't acknowledge their progress. Go through each one of them and talk about it for us.
Yeah, so the first one, not aligning with your core values. And your core values are the things that are most meaningful to you. They're the things that make you happy. And so it's important that when you're setting your goals, you align them to the things that make you happy and not what other people expect from you. The second thing, not pursuing too many goals at once. And this is something that can keep us overwhelmed because we're not seeing the progress when we're stretched too thin. So 3 to 5 goals is a good baseline so that we can actually track and see the progress that we're making. And then finally, not acknowledging our progress. And this is something that I am guilty of as well. Sometimes we get so caught up in taking the actions to pursue our goals that we don't take a minute to pause and really reflect on how far we have come. But what this can help us do is stay motivated and inspired to keep moving forward, especially when things get difficult.
Yeah, and you said you can relate to I can relate to your next discussion, which is about having imposter syndrome. And you, first of all, talk about what it is. I definitely know what it is and how it can affect your ability to find success.
So I am, just like you, very familiar with imposter syndrome. I deal with it every day. And it's that feeling of not being good enough, that feeling of inadequacy, especially when you know in the back of your head that you are more than capable of what your imposter syndrome is telling you you cannot do. And then when you combine that with anxiety and fear, it has a tendency to keep people stuck. And then eventually we start to regret the things that we wish we could do, but we didn't do because our imposter syndrome told us that we couldn't. And so to navigate imposter syndrome, to get through it, the first thing I always ask myself is, what is the worst thing that could happen? How bad can it get? Imposter syndrome may not go away, but we can power through it if we can gain perspective and be objective as to how bad it can really be. And then we also want to remember that failure is a lesson, right? So sure, we fail, we get told no, but the key is that there are lessons that we can learn, that we can leverage towards pursuing our goals and achieving success in the future.
So don't fear that failure. Actually, that's the teacher.
Embrace
right?
it. Yeah.
Embrace it. I know that. I love that. You also talk about obstacles in this book that you personally faced, especially significantly as a woman of color. And the way you overcame those challenges, as you say, was to get clear on your why and focus on your mission. Talk about that.
Yes, so I faced many challenges, especially as a woman of color, especially when raising capital for my business. So I was told things that women of color don't care about their personal finances. I was told that my business of empowering women of color to achieve financial wellness was a gimmick because everyone has equal opportunities, even when the statistics show that that is not the case. And I was told very candidly in investor meetings that if I had a white CEO, things would be much easier for me. Yes. And so one of the ways that I powered through those challenges was really getting clear on my why. Why do I want to build this business? And that allowed me to take the necessary actions to bootstrap my business and build a business of impact today. And then the second thing is focusing on my mission. And my mission is to empower women of color like me to be ambitious and to go out and pursue their goals regardless of what people are telling them that they can or cannot do.
How do you overcome getting discouraged when you hear things like that, when you think things about yourself and you're dealing with problems from the outside and from the inside? You got to have moments where you just think, I can't do this. How do you get past that?
So going back to what I said earlier, I acknowledge my progress. I pause and I see how far I've come, and I let that be my motivation to keep moving forward and get past my imposter syndrome when I'm telling myself I can't do this and when other people are telling me that I can't do this.
Where where are you now? Talk a little bit about your success and what you've been able to accomplish.
So today, Clever World Finance is one of the largest personal finance platforms for women. We reach millions of women every single month through our website and our free courses, and of course our books and my new book, Choosing to Prosper.
Perfect way to end it. Bola Sokunbi, thank you so much for coming in. We loved having you here in the studio.
Thank you for having me.
And everyone, as you just heard, Choosing to Prosper is now available wherever books are sold.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.